Good morning. Here comes Lynn. We're starting a little bit earlier just to chat with you all, get an update on Lynn. Lynn, how are you today?
Hi.
So the show is not really started.
No, no. Jesse and Lisa are not late. Absolutely not. Hi, Virginia. Howdy to Scotty, Teresa. Hi, everyone.
You're the first three here for the little bit of a preview show.
Teresa was number one today, Scotty.
Well,
Virginia.
I saw that Christine from Gillum was actually first.
Oh, did you? Okay.
She was. She says, "Good morning." Should be listening. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. And now we've got Teresa is in the house, and Scotty, Too Hottie is in the house.
Yes.
And Virginia Alexander. Woo woo! You all are the first here for the no-show show. It's the preview.
It's a preview. It's the post show.
Opening.
Is it post or preview? Preview show.
Hey, it's preview. Oh, there's Jesse actually made it. Well, I sent him an email. I had all of my fingers crossed because I know it's the third hour behind us. So you know what we're going to do, Lynn?
What are we going to do?
I'm going to go ahead and start the show, the beginning of the show. And Lynn, real quick, give an update. Give us an update. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been January the 4th.
Okay.
Not quite 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks tomorrow.
And I'm here right now, but I'm not going to be able to stay. I am very, very, very uncomfortable right now. My leg is knee is just throbbing, and so I just wanted to come in and welcome Jesse and Lisa this morning, and say hello to our special guests. We just love them, appreciate everything they do. They have such generous spirits, generous hearts, and I appreciate them. And
yes,
I wanted to be here for a few minutes. I don't think I had any expectations of what this would be like. I mean, I'd heard it was a rough surgery. I've heard that. But yesterday, I had such a good workout that, stretching all those muscles, that today it's like, nah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Pay for it. You're going to pay. Well, first of all, are we ready to clink in, you and I? Are we going to?
No, we got to start the beginning of the show.
Right.
We haven't even started the beginning of the show. Here we go.
Okay.
Now we can clink in.
All
Lynn,
right.
You ready? I know you're not feeling good, so I want you to head out when you need to. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Clink in, clink in, clink in. And actually, I've got my Anlin mug, but I'm drinking water. Water. Got to drink lots of water.
I've had a couple of sips of coffee. Right now, coffee does not taste good to me. So isn't that awful?
It is. That means you are not feeling well.
No, not like you would think. No.
Right.
But anyways, I took a little medicine, so hopefully it's going to kick in and I can stay a few minutes. But
it will. It will. It'll kick in, and But I know you're uncomfortable. And so we don't want to, let's see, where'd Jesse go? Jesse, if you're ready, come on in, sir. There he is. And then you say hi to Lynn, and then I think she's going to leave. There we go. Woo-hoo!
Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Woo-hoo!
Be extra quiet because you know what?
Oh,
We're in Oregon, and Bigfoot country.
Oh,
Oh,
We don't want to wake up Bigfoot.
no. Oh,
No, I'm just playing.
Jesse, I think Memo, she started Memo in Search of Bigfoot, and it's a video, and I think it's going to come out one of these days.
Well, I've been looking with her. I've been looking.
Good.
I've gone squatching.
Gone squatching. Oh,
Gone squatching.
Jesse, the reason we're early, and you did not have to come on until 10, and appreciate you coming in early, but you know how we say life happens, right? Life kind of
Right.
happens.
Right.
Well, my husband has an appointment at the VA today. It's 12:30, but the DAV is going to pick him up and take him to that appointment. It's in
Right.
a big city, and he's having an epidural done today. And at 1:00, 12:30, Anne has to be there and meet him there so that she can sign for him. The DAV can't sign for a procedure on a. They can take you to appointments, but they can't sign for procedures.
Okay.
So Anne has graciously consented to drive from her house to the big VA hospital and stay there and drive him. Now get this, Jesse, drive him all the way back to my house. And then she has to turn around and drive back about 45 minutes to her house.
What is
all
what
right.
are sisters for?
Huh?
Right?
Well,
What are sisters for?
I know. We're just so blessed to have Anne. I'm telling you, Anne is a trooper.
Right.
Well, thank
Well,
you. But
well,
you've helped.
well.
You've helped. Yeah, she's helped me out a lot with my kids too. So,
Well,
Especially the one that is, you know which one I'm talking. I'm not gonna say no names, but it rhymes with Grace.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
my baby girl.
I'm not gonna say no names, but I can understand.
yeah. When Anne lived out of town, her girls have always been like my girls. I had the boys, she had the girls,
Right.
and so they've always been our kids. So, but what I've seen now, since Anne is back in the area, right there by two of her girls, she's now it's mama,
Right.
and that's how I've always wanted. It's how it should be, isn't it, Jesse?
I bet you it's nice that all the whole family's together now. And I say together,
Yes.
not necessarily next door, but in the same
Oh yeah,
vicinity.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
It's a
it's
whole lot better.
yeah.
No, until we had our Walmart built here in my town, my little town. Well, let's see, city. It's a city,
Yeah.
but it's little. Until we had that, all roads went to Walmart, so we were always on the road going somewhere to a Walmart. So it's not like much
Right.
different going over to Anne's house now.
No.
But you have the better Walmart.
Dude, we waited, but boy, we got blessed with it. Yes, we did.
They have the bigger one.
I
But
thought a Walmart was a Walmart. How can you have a better Walmart? Aren't they
No.
all?
We have the largest Walmart in our southern state.
Really?
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our manager. I've talked to him, just talked to him. He's from Anne's area, so he drives every day probably about 45 minutes to work every day. And he is like the best manager I've ever met in my life. He's so good.
Right.
So, anyways,
he takes good care of the store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
just a minute.
you
I'm
want
sorry.
to say good morning to everybody here real quick?
Right ahead.
Okay. We also have Homestead in the Wood with Dee. Dee's in the house.
Hi,
Hey, Dee.
Yes. And then I saw Butler family is here.
Hey,
Susan.
Jerry.
Hi.
Yep. And did I say hi to Beverly?
No.
Okay. Beverly is in the house. And I want to go on. I'm going to look down here. I think Bert Window. Well, hello.
All the way from the Philippines.
Oh, is that right? Oh, hello, Philippines. I would love to know what time it is there.
What day it is?
Yeah, what day and what time it is.
Mhm.
So where Lynn and I are right now, it is 9:35 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
And
US.
it's 6:35 here
Oh,
Pacific.
Oh my goodness.
Jesse, thank you for coming. I'm
I'm thrilled you saw my email, I guess.
Yeah, Lisa, we got up an hour early to be ready for you at 10 or your time,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
11 o'clock, whatever. And then she saw I said, oh, they're fixing to go on now.
Oh, but you didn't,
So,
Jesse. Thank you.
oh, no problem. Lisa's making us some clinkers.
Oh,
So we
good.
can clink in,
Got to get some coffee.
Yeah.
Bert says it's 10:35 in the evening in Philippines.
Okay.
Okay.
So
they're ahead of us then.
12, 13 hours ahead. Wow.
Yeah.
So his day is ending or getting ready to end for the night.
Yeah.
Before we finish the show, he'll be in the next day.
Yeah. So you're talking to a man in the future.
I am. How about that?
Hey.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, Lynn, are you?
Well, I wanted to say hi to Lisa, but I send my love, Jesse.
Lynn, she's got to go.
I wanted to tell you, I watched your adventures. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you were laid up for a while there, so
I still am. I'm actually going to go and get in the recliner and put on the ice machine. And there you are. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
I'm so sorry it's such an early hour. We I think when we originally made this, you weren't going to be in Oregon, were you?
Correct.
Nope,
I think
correct.
we were still going to be on the road.
We were going to still be in New Mexico, or somewhere on the road.
Right, on the road. That's right.
But now we're.
Have you found your mother?
We're at the end of the road.
Yeah. Have you found your mother well and your family?
Yes. Yes.
No, she's a little bit corny or kookier now. No, she's fine.
I am.
We're 87, right?
Yeah, she's 87.
For 87 years old, she's awfully energetic.
I know. I think that's awesome. Just our mother was too at 87. She was still in her own home and just just awesome. So anyway, I'm so glad that you are there and you're going to get to have a good long visit. Visit. And guys, I want everyone to know I appreciate you and Jesse, and you're just part of our family, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, we love everybody, and we love this community. Really, this community is probably one of the best communities out there, right?
I know,
Yes.
right? And so, well, maybe next week I'll feel like even staying a little bit longer. I apologize.
Well, you don't. No, Lynn. No.
Yeah, no apologies necessary.
Yeah.
We understand.
No.
Life happens, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
life happens.
and this is part of it. Lisa went through it twice, so she would go through another one, but she don't have another knee to do so.
It's pretty rough, isn't it?
Actually,
was yours okay?
Honestly, the I think the first one was worse than the second one, because when I went to therapy, PT, I was like, oh, I'm tough. I don't need any pain pills. And they're like, what? No, you need to take them. That way your knee will, you'd be able to work your knee.
Right.
So the second one I did that, and the second one was better.
Well, the second one too was also done robotically. I don't know how yours was done, Lynn, but hers was done robotically on the second one. No. And it worked out a lot better.
Well, now this doctor put a pressure bandage on it. I was hooked up to a pump. It put pressure. It squeezed that bandage all the way down across my incision.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it sucked out. If I had a drainage, it was allegedly supposed to suck out all that. So I just got that off Monday. Care tenders, that's just who's coming to me. Right. They got permission from the doctor to release that. So now I just have on island bandage, they call it. And that's all that's on there now. But that was miserable having that pressure bandage on top of that incision. So it was.
It's going to get better though. It gets better every day. And I know you've been walking since day one.
Yes. Oh yeah. They got me up and was doing stairs the first right after. Yes. Yeah. But anyways, I know I'll heal. I forget, somebody told me the other day, 60 some days till spring.
Oh gosh.
I don't know that for sure, but someone told me that, and I thought, okay, I'll hang on to that. I'll hang on to that. It's going to get better.
They say we can make them better. So you're the $6 million woman now.
Yeah, and my husband, he's the $12 million man. He has both his hips done. Well,
yeah,
Jesse and Lisa, thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
I'll leave you with Anne, my wonderful, brilliant sister.
No one better.
Well, Lynn, I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to go watch you now from my recliner.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Be in the chat. That'll be great. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, I knew that was going to be tough for her today, so I'm glad that she was able to stay a few minutes. That was great. And thank you for starting with us earlier. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad we saw the email.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. We'll say hi to Kimberly. Kimberly is here today. Yes. Hi, Kimberly. And we've got great people here today. Jesse, so you guys are on the road. If somebody didn't know who you guys were, as I asked the same question to everybody, tell us a little bit about Lazy Days Ahead.
Well, we're Lazy Days Ahead. We're Mike and Terry from MT Homestead, and we wanted to. No, I'm just. No, I'm Jesse, and obviously y'all know Lisa, and we're from Houston, Texas. We're a retired couple, been retired for 2 years, 2 months, 2 years and 2 months. And before we retired, I was heavily involved with YouTube as a like everybody here, a subscriber. And then eventually I started doing moderating. Well, moderated. So I kind of built up a clientele, if you will. I don't want to say that, people knew me from moderating. And
who did you moderate for?
Oh, so I started moderating for my very first channel was Creekside Homestead. So Tony and Joni are the ones that talked us into moderating. So we did. And then a few months later, she pressured us into starting a channel. Well, I'm fixing to retire, so what am I going to do as a channel? So we thought, well, we're hoping for lazy days ahead when we get to retire, and sure, that's what we stuck with. And so we've just been doing anything we want and everything we want as retired couples. And, that involves prepping, cooking, canning, traveling, thrifting, anything with an ing.
Yeah. Eating,
sleeping. What don't you do with the ing? Yeah, so
I know.
With the ing, we're going to probably be doing it.
So, the prepping, what got you into that and why?
The prepping was started during the pandemic. So we were watching a lot of YouTube during the pandemic because we were stuck at home, right? Who wasn't?
Right.
And that's when we got started watching the homesteading community and the prepping community and all that stuff. And so we started doing it ourselves, thinking, man, if they could do this, we could be out of work, or we could be out of society, if you will. To some respects, we need to be ready next time. And we started prepping, and Lisa's been hard at it. We started with just like doing jams and jellies and stuff and water bath stuff, right? And then she went into pressure canning, and the biggest inspiration for her to do that, believe it or not, was the Mennonite farmhouse, Leanne. So Leanne was showing everybody how she cans, and Lisa just fell in love with her. And we were able to start up a conversation with her, via Instagram. And Lisa's been canning like a fool ever since. Leanne was her major inspiration. And then she started the hydroponics, because in Houston, I don't know if you guys have ever been in Houston, it can be 110 degrees and 60-70% humidity or more. So it can be devastating to plants, at times. And so she started doing hydroponics indoors. And we've been doing it ever since, and she's we really grown to love hydroponics because we can, nothing. I mean, who eats lettuce? We're still eating lettuce, so
Right,
who grows
right,
lettuce in Houston, right?
right. Yeah, and there is
Yeah.
something about homegrown that does taste so much better.
Yep. So she can
Especially
make her own sauce.
tomatoes in the ground.
Oh
They
yeah.
have, oh man, they're the best. They are
Yeah,
the
it's just
best.
start them as a seed, and they'll end up being 2.5 foot tall. Before she has to yank them out of there because they're too tall for the lights. But
Yeah. Well, I know that I've been kind of I don't know, since I was young married years ago.
young married, okay.
Yeah, when I was young, first married,
Hmm.
um, you know, Glenda's dad was in the military, and so it can be feast and famine when you get paid
Right.
once a month.
Right.
It's feast, and then at the end of the month you're like looking for something to eat out of the cabinet. So I learned a lesson because of that at an early age to always now have a head, because they do say the grocery stores only have about 3 days worth of product on the shelves. And if people go to the store, in a panic for whatever reason, it will be gone in a matter of hours. And
Right.
and also as a kid in Michigan, we used to get snowed in occasionally. And I think my mom and dad kind of picked up on that too, because we have been snowed in without enough stuff in the house. And so that's always been at the back of my mind. And then I will say this, before the pandemic, I mean, just a few weeks before we were locked down,
Right.
I guess it's an unction. I guess that's what my dad would call it, to get some toilet paper. And so, because that's a joke in our family too. My dad always said, whoever you girls marry, better haul toilet paper for a living. Because he goes, you guys, I can't believe. And that's when it was like a quarter for a 4-pack of Northern, right? And so, but anyhow, so I ordered a case off of Amazon, and I forget how many were in there. It was a huge box. And I finally got through the end of it, probably about 6, well, it was right before we moved. So it's been about 7, 8 months ago now. But I mean, in between I was supplementing, but I really didn't have to buy a lot of toilet paper because I did become a toilet paper hoarder. And so anyhow, it's funny how toilet paper and bread and milk, and people go nuts. Cereal, they got to have this, especially here where we are, where if we get an inch of snow, it paralyzes everybody. They're paralyzed. They close the schools, and that's it. So I know
this much ice or snow or bad weather.
But we get
They close it
hurricanes and
eventually.
tornadoes and stuff. So there's other things that we prep for as well. And
right.
the thing about prepping is the word prep means prepare, right?
Yeah.
Prepare. And you don't prepare by doing it at the last minute. We do it throughout the whole year. If you know, Lisa and I, we're thrifters. We like to find deals. Or when I say not thrifters, we're deal finders, if you will.
Oh, I would say we are too. We all are
So
here.
we're going to try and find whatever we can throughout the year to be ready for, like I'm saying, wants you to be ready, so that we're ready. We're not having to go around, we're getting a freeze, and then pile into the grocery store. About the only thing we really need to do at the last minute, believe it or not, is gasoline. If we need any gasoline, either for your generator or if you need gas for your vehicle, that's about the only thing we really need to get at the last minute.
Oh, that's pretty good. You're pretty prepared there.
Well, as I say, we try it. So, and now that Lisa's been freeze drying, she's got a freeze dryer. We're even more prepared. So, makes it a whole lot easier to freeze dry, because if you lose your power, we got all our canned goods, we got all our freeze dried goods. I got the grill, and I'm hooked up to natural gas for my grill, so I could cook outside. And then if the gas was to go out, I have a generator, so I can use my generator to power up anything. But
Toby's over there.
Yeah. This is our Toby. He's got to be everywhere we are.
Hello, Toby. Oh,
So he's wondering what's going on so early. Y'all
I
never get
know.
up early. Y'all are retired.
Yeah. But yeah, we that prepping is, or we call it, here's another way of looking at it. We call it food insurance. I kind of don't like that term because you hear it on TV a lot, but it's true because you want to we have medical insurance, we have dental insurance, we have eye insurance,
It's
we have
living. It's living insurance.
Yeah.
it's living. So it's
Living.
it's living insurance. It's securing food for your family or friends or neighbors or whoever in the time of need. And so it's a good thing. And I think preppers can get a bad rap,
Right.
especially several years ago when there was a TV show on, I think it was History, and they interviewed preppers, and they were like the extremists. I mean, extreme people.
Well, and there's extremes in every
There are.
segment of life.
There are.
So I mean, hoarders, right? There's hoarders. There's
Yeah.
different than preppers.
Yeah.
And there's a fine line between a hoarder and a prepper.
And I think I've been the food hoarder probably because when times were tough and it was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. We're going to start, if you have $5 extra, go to the dollar. Now you can only get 4 items at the Dollar Tree, but then you could get 5 items. I said, that's 5 cans of green beans. Well, now you can get 4, and so forth. And there are a lot of brand names. And so that's kind of how you start. And it's just, getting a little at a time. So if somebody says, I can't prep, I can't get ahead, I'm on a fixed income. Well, if you by chance have an extra $5, use that to buy a bag of beans, a Dollar Tree, pinto beans or navy beans for $1.25. Get you 4 of them.
Right.
And that
the key, Christine mentioned it in the chat. You have to be diligent.
Yes.
At rotating your stock because
right.
If you're a hoarder, guess what? It's going to go out of date. It's going to go bad. But if you're a prepper, you're going to prepare for the next group of food that comes in by either eating the other food or giving it away or feeding the family or whatever. So it's a process. People think that prepping is hard, and it is if you're doing it right, because you got to prepare it not just by buying a bunch of toilet paper. Get a bidet.
Right.
Get a bidet. Think how much toilet paper you don't have to get with a bidet. I'm not a bidet. Trust me, I'm not a bidet salesman. I don't have any stock in bidets. But let me tell you, they do save on a lot of paper. Trust me. I'm not even going to go into that part.
Anyway.
No, but yeah, exactly.
It's good and it does take time.
It does.
I know I'm probably a hoarder on canning because I put I do the canning and stuff and I put it on my shelf and I'm like, I'm so proud of myself, but I don't want to use it.
But you know what we do hoard?
Yeah.
Not because of the price is the cans or the jars. They call them cans, but they're not cans. They're actually jars.
Yeah.
But we find them at Ollie's for $10 a case. We're going to get them because they're $13, $14, $15 a case anywhere else. And so you have to stock up.
They're real versatile too, because I've had bought a case of jelly jars and I like them. And I bought the plastic lids to go on them. I make like a bunch of Jello and a bunch of pudding ahead. I stick it in the refrigerator because we like to have a little sweet, after dinner. So they're really, you can use them for more than that, for canning, but they are very useful. And, you never know, you can find something to can them, put in them. Hey, we need to say, let's say good morning to Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is here.
You have 2 Scotts in here.
We do. We have Scotty Too Hottie.
That's right.
And Scott from
Hottie Scotty's from the U.S. and the cold Scots from Canada.
Oh, we have a hot and a cold.
We have a hot and a cold.
That's funny. I thought I did see somebody else. I didn't. I thought I saw somebody else that I hadn't seen, but you can listen.
Heartland DQ, Dink and
and
Tank.
Tank.
How you doing, Dink and Tank, or Dave and?
Yeah, that was it. Yes.
And then you
Good
have
morning.
Leonard Mountain Homes. Who has a
Mhm.
mountain named after him? Leonard Mountain Home. Do you have a mountain named after you, Ann?
No.
I don't know how they do it. They must know a guy. But anyway, so they're in the house.
And I'm so sorry I interrupted your train of thought. What do you know what you're going to say?
So it was about, what were we talking about? Canning?
Prep canning.
The
Uses for the cans and the jars.
Now with the invention of the vacuum sealer, you can
Yes.
vacuum seal your products either with a bag, or now they have the can vacuum. You just stick it on top of the can, and it helps preserve things longer, like your spices, or anything, any of the dry goods, not wet, but any of the dry goods that you want to save. That little portable canning device works wonders.
Yeah, it does. I have one, and I love I have I don't know what the name brand is, Seal a Meal, but I do love it because I use it every day. I seal back, bags of, I'll use a little bit of vegetables out of it, or French fries, or
Right.
whatever. And
that's glad you mentioned that. French fries. How many people go to McDonald's or Whataburger, Burger King, whatever,
Yeah.
and they say, "Well, I can't eat the fries." Well, don't eat them. Don't eat them because they're there. Eat them.
Right.
What you do, Lisa does, is she puts them in a bag, puts them in the fridge, and then the next day she cuts them up and adds and cooks them like potatoes and adds them to my eggs.
What a brilliant idea!
They're already salted. You don't have to worry about salting them.
Right.
So you just chop them up, make little make little
fry them up a little bit, and then put the eggs in with
like
them.
like hash browns, and then you got hash browns with your eggs. Don't throw your fries away.
Wow, we just learned something new. I know Glenda heard that. That's mind blowing. I never even.
Your kid doesn't eat his fries, or your grandpa don't eat fries. My dad don't eat the fries. He says, "Here, I don't eat these. I don't want these." So I usually put them in Ziploc and use them for breakfast the next morning.
Oh my goodness! What a great idea!
Yeah.
Wow.
That tip's free. The next one I'm going to charge. No.
Well, I want to say hi to Ginger is here.
Ninja Ginger's my sister, my sister from another mister,
Yes.
So,
and Teresa had to go, but she's back. So Teresa's back.
Got her way.
Ginger, she's going to be our guest. Let me go over and show who we have. Just a wonderful lineup. Here's what's next week. Next week, it's going to be wild because we are going to have Ginger from Not for Nothing Homestead, Glenda from Grace and Fire, and Jamie from Jamie's Country Living will be here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to have an awesome lineup coming up. That's just next week. And if you don't mind, I'll just show a couple more. This is what we've got our lineup. The 7th of February, Rochelle, the Brampton Gardener, will be here. 3 days later, Lisa's going to be 29. Y'all.
Woohoo! We'll have to celebrate your birthday in 2 weeks.
Actually,
I want to say her Rochelle, R.A.
R.A. Thank you. Okay, I will correct that. Thank you.
Not Rochelle, it's Rochelle.
Oh, Rochelle. Well, my apologies. I will fix that.
She's a neat one to listen to and everything. A sewing fool, she is.
Oh,
sewing fool. And I wouldn't call her a fool, but she sold like a fool.
I used to, but
So Glenda asked, do you have any tips on Amazon store? I do have tips on Amazon. Buy from our affiliate page and you get a little bit of a discount. No, buy from our affiliate page and it does help us out a little bit. But no, we try to put items that we like, items that we purchase, or items that we know have been bought or tested by other YouTubers. And then obviously when you create your store, there's a chance for you to basically partition it out into sections like automotive, electronics, and stuff. Well, we have one, believe it or not, Ginger and Megan approved. So if you ever watch Ginger, who you're fixing to have on, she has a Thursday craft and chat. Well, every now and then she has her daughter doing some crafts on there with her, and I moderate for them, and they kept saying, "Oh, you got to get this book, or you got to get this coffee maker, or you got to get." So I created a page just for Ginger and Megan's. I mean, Ginger and Megan's approval list of the items that they approve from Amazon.
Oh, that is
Go
cool.
check and see what they like. I've created a Amazon section just for them.
Wow.
And that's books. That's anything.
Yeah. That is so neat. Well, I was thinking if you wanted to, we could show some. We could go to your channel.
You can do anything you want. It's your world, boss. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
Christine has to go.
Christine's working. Yeah. It's early here, Christine. It's only 7 o'clock right now.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. You go do what you got to do. And we know we came early today because I have to end early today.
Yes, and if you have to end, it won't hurt our feelings. So you do what you got to do.
Okay, and that won't be for a while yet. I've got plenty of time right now, but I want to bring up your channel so that we can all look at it together.
Okay.
Let's see.
We've been doing a lot of lives driving from Houston to.
You have.
We've been trying to go live every day.
I think that's great.
Except that now that we're here, we're kind of just relaxing.
Right.
But we've been to the coast. We've been everywhere
on
in between.
the way here. So, but we're planning on going back.
Yeah, we'll go back and enjoy
the coast.
Yeah.
That is so nice that you've been able to have this time. Let's see. Let's go to your channel. Here we come. Make sure it looks right. Okay. Yup.
Oh, that's Christmas.
Hey, I know them folks.
Yeah. How about that? Here's your channel. Anybody that is not a subscriber, this is what you want to look for. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Oh, wow. You guys you're closing in on 2,600 people.
Yeah, hoping to get there soon. And unlike other channels, folks, our channel's free. When you subscribe, it's all free. I take care of all the charges. So don't worry about it. I got you back.
Teresa's saying thank you for going through the redwoods. Yeah,
the redwoods is beautiful. I mean, it's just
amazing that they're so
how huge
big.
Those trees are.
Look at how many views you've had on you're not in Texas anymore.
Yeah, but that was, believe it or not, in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Really?
Because it's so high up in the mountain or elevation that they got a whole bunch of snow overnight. And when we got there wasn't that much snow. And then we woke up to like 4 inches. Wow. And we weren't in Texas anymore. And believe it or not, I even had a comment there. Somebody made a comment. Really? You made a video about snow? I said, wait a minute. This is good, but we're not from Texas. We're not from a snow country, right? So it was a big deal for us.
Because we don't see it. We don't, but once maybe every 10 years down in Houston.
Wow.
And then it's not very much, and it usually melts right away.
Yep.
Wow. Let's go back over here. Here's your channel, and here's your community tab.
Thank you, Amy, for doing that. We love you too. Congratulations to Leonard Skinner Mountain Homestead.
They don't own it, but they do have their channel name.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's talking about the upcoming 10 killer meetup that I'm sure you've heard already about 2024. April 26, 27, 28, right, Lisa?
Yes.
26, 27, 28, the YouTube meetup at Lake Tenkiller in northeast Oklahoma. It's on every map. You can't miss it.
Oh, look, there's Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse.
Yep, there's Leanne. Thank you for coming in, Leanne. I know it's early, but
My canning mentor
the candy mentor, yeah.
and baking.
Yep.
You know, I missed the Christmas challenge. I forgot about it. Glenda sent it to me and she challenged us and I totally forgot. Hey, what did the elk sausage, what did that taste like?
Oh, it was amazing. I never
It was
thought elk.
good.
I never thought elk would taste as good as it did. You know, because you think of elk and moose and some of these other bear. You think they're
Uh-huh.
going to have a gamey taste, right? Or somewhat of a gamey taste, but
Uh-huh.
no, elk was.
Mhm.
It was tremendous. It was an awesome. It was an awesome meat that we thought was going to be gamey. That was not.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It tasted better than ground beef, believe it or not. But that's probably why it's so expensive.
It's not red, is it? Is it kind of brown?
Well, it's
You know what I mean? Like,
it has a redness to it, but it is more once you cook it, it's more brown. But no, it's
I mean, it really looked like just like regular sausage.
Yeah, like
almost
regular
once you cooked
sausage.
it. Mhm.
okay. And was it greasy at all?
No,
Or
it
did,
was very lean, very
No.
lean, hardly any grease at all.
okay,
fact,
there.
It's probably better if you did mix it in with a little bit of pork or a little bit of bacon fat or something. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's very, very lean. So you can see the color of it right there.
Yeah.
Kind of a dark, not beet
It looks red, like a dark red, like a sausage. Yeah, it
Like a
does look
sausage,
like. Yeah, it does. And you added olive
Not
oil.
something- Yeah, not something that we will buy all the time.
Yeah,
It is
'cause
spendy.
It was what was it?
Like $11 a pound or $12
$11 or $12 a pound.
Ooh. Wow.
But she did it for did it for Miss Christine. That's what she
Yeah,
did it for.
Yes,
Wild Game
Christine,
November.
That's right.
You know,
Right.
and Christine doesn't deserve nothing but the best. So, what's $11-12 a pound?
But it was only 1 pound, so
Yeah. Because
Well,
we didn't want to buy a bunch. We didn't know if it was going to be any good, but man, it
Right.
come out being really good. And there's a place in Alvin, Texas, which is south of us. He sells every kind of wild game meat you think of. In fact, he's got meat. He's got kangaroo meat from Australia. So what does that tell you?
Oh.
He's into the meats.
yeah.
So
And you had that with your scrambled eggs.
scrambled eggs, she cooked me bacon, scrambled eggs, hash browns, and then obviously the elk sausage and
Wow.
tortillas. So, but it was good. It was really good. So if you've never had elk, it tastes as good, if not better, than ground beef
Wow.
or sausage.
Yeah, I love your stove. That is beautiful. Or is it just a
Thank you.
gas
No,
top?
it's a stove top. It's gas.
Stovetop.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a stove top that we stuck right there into the middle of the island, or what do you want to call that?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so you can see there's hardly any grease in the pan.
Yeah.
It's very
Wow.
lean.
I've had to learn to recook on electric, and it's difficult.
Yeah, that's a different can of worms
I
there.
don't like electric. We've
And-
had gas.
And Pancho loved
electric
it sausage.
before.
He loved it. That's my friend.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, he's my kitchen monitor. He makes sure nobody eats more than what they're supposed to.
Does he get a taste of a little bit of everything?
Oh, he gets a little bit of everything. He loves it.
We used to give our dog a plate of food when I made a big breakfast like that. Biscuits and gravy and all that and sausage.
Right.
Here we go.
Scott says bison elk is about 16 bucks a pound, I guess, in Canada.
Wow.
You think we need some more eggs?
That's a lot. Okay, let me see if let's bring up your watermelon rinds.
The pickles.
Those came out awesome. So I never thought you could do this, but you can actually make pickles out of the watermelon rind. Don't throw the rind away whenever you cut your watermelon. you can always repurpose, reuse, and make it into something else. And I didn't think it was going to be good, but they were.
Wow.
So they're sweet. They're really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like them. I put them on our salads.
Yep.
Oh,
You can-
yes.
Some people just eat them just like that, just like they eat, regular pickles. You know how you grab them out of the jar? Same
Right.
thing. You can eat Sherman from Josh from Sherman's Family Farm. He just eats them right out of the jar like candy.
I mean, it does take time. Of course, anything really takes time.
It
but
does.
to get the rind off, and
So you're cooking the rind, not the green, not the skin. You're gonna peel the skin like you would a potato, right? Once you peel the skin and you unveil the white rind, that's what you're gonna can, or that's what you're gonna cook.
What did you cook with it?
No, it's
What's
just
in
water.
there?
It's just water.
Mm-hmm.
Just water?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of spices? Did you put any spices? Or sugar? So you say it's probably already sweet.
No, it's not. It's not sweet. No.
Okay.
It's actually kind of bitter if you just took a bite out of it.
So there's a type of a syrupy kind of like you do with regular pickles.
Yeah.
I want to say it's apple cider vinegar, and of course you get the sugar in there. Cinnamon. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to all sit and watch the video to get everything. If you're interested in making these, you got to sit and watch this. So you drain them, and then how did you can them? Just water bath?
Yes.
Just like a regular pickle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's free. I mean, if you think about it,
like a brine.
if you think about it, it's like free pickles, if you will.
It is, because if you're buying,
most of the time people throw that away, right?
Absolutely.
Eat the watermelon,
right.
And it's basically free pickle. So let me tell you this: our ancestors thought a lot about everything, and for some ancestor to come up with a process on how to make pickles out of the rind, they had to go through some tough times, because this is a tough times ingredient or tough time product food, because nobody just goes, hey, let's go cut up a watermelon and eat the rind.
No, you're exactly right.
It had to be.
Yeah. So if I remember right, you have to soak them in like salt water overnight.
Yeah.
And then that's what I was doing there, rinsing off the salt water.
All the brine. Yeah.
Yeah, you brine it overnight. Boy, that was pretty up close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Being silly.
You're trying to make a point.
Yeah. So
and here's
like a 2-day process.
Oh, at least it looks like. And here's the thing: most people do have cinnamon in their house and salt, and most women have apple cider vinegar. We have that on hand, and men, we have the vinegars, most of those are simple ingredients that everybody has usually. So, I mean, that's why it's practically a free
food.
Free food.
It goes very well in your salads. At least puts them in our salads, or you can even add them to your eggs, as a condiment for your eggs, because they are sweet. They have a sweetness to them.
I wonder, do you know, or does you think anybody would know what the like calorie content and carb? Is there any, because of the sugar in it?
Yeah, I don't know.
And watermelon in general, we don't eat it because of the sugar and the carbs. Diabetics don't. You shouldn't eat much watermelon. On occasion. So I'm kind of curious to know if the rind, maybe it's
there might be some nutritional facts somewhere, but I mean, anything we cook, beware. Probably got calories.
Sugary, good, yummy stuff that I
don't know, because each watermelon is different, and some rinds are very thin on some watermelons and are
that's true too
on others. So
that is true.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, but for them to think about what can we do? I hate to throw all this watermelon rind away. What
Yeah.
can we do with
Yeah.
it? And well, let's cook it and let's make a pickle out of
Well,
it.
and like Glenda says, you're eating the rind, not the sweet part.
Yeah, you're eating the rind, not the
But
sweet part.
Okay.
you do add, when you make the pickles, though, you do add sugar and apple cider vinegar, and that's
Yeah.
what makes them really sweet.
Yeah. So she's looking at a recipe book because that's where she got the recipe for them. And
I think that was vinegar.
yeah, what she just put in. Yeah.
Your eggs look beautiful.
Oh yeah, those are the ones we get from the farmer. We have a farm area, a farm guy in near Alvin, Texas, where we get them, and we can't get those, and we get them from a place called Ken's Hens. They have 30,000 chickens that they have out there that they sell eggs to our major grocery store called Kroger.
Oh, yes.
So they sell to Kroger, and that's where we get our eggs from them.
Oh, Glenda, that's watermelon rind raw. 1 cup is about 0 carbs, 40 calories, but that's before
she adds all this
before
stuff.
adding the heart attack stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that
so she
isn't
puts all the spices in a spice bag. So when you cook it, it gives everything the flavor without leaving all the,
right.
all the spices in there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stick to the actual rinds.
Oh, mustard seed?
1/4 teaspoon of mustard seed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like, but see, like when you have bread and butter pickles, the mustard seeds are in those.
Right.
But
okay.
But this, they put them in the spice bag.
Right.
I'm wondering though if we could have, like the mustard seeds, I could have kept those, just poured those in with the pickles, and then they go in the jars.
Yeah, you
But not
probably did.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going by the recipe. So,
Yeah.
And they recommend putting it on the bag, and maybe you don't want the mustard seeds floating around the pickles because they are going to be sweet.
And they take on the flavor of the sugar brine. Yeah.
Right. Well, let me get to the end. I want to see how beautiful these look here. Oh, look, you're packing them.
Oh, Pomona's Pectin has a lot of diabetic-friendly recipes. Oh.
Yeah, they look like pickles. I mean,
They do.
Like bread and butter pickles.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like bread and butter pickles.
Me too. P&J says they used to add jalapeno slices to theirs for a kick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be good. Mm-hmm. Wow. Beautiful.
And that mat was handmade by Ginger. Thank you, Ginger.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, Glenda and I had not a debate, but we were discussing sausage and biscuits. And I said, because they eat breakfast a lot, her and Sir Grace, in the evening. And occasionally Dave will say, okay. But now, Lynn and I and our brother, our grandma wasn't from Liberty, Kentucky. That's where our dad came from. And she used to make bacon gravy. So I think that is another poor man's biscuits and gravy, but bacon gravy. So we grew up on bacon gravy and not sausage gravy because bacon's cheaper. And so you do the same thing with the bacon. You cook it, you get that grease, you keep it. You want to have a iron skillet though. Cook that bacon in an iron skillet. Leave those drippings and all that in the bottom of it. Then take the bacon out, crumble it, throw some flour down in the pan, and you brown it with salt and pepper and a little sugar or a little sweetener. And then put that back in there with your milk. And that was our breakfast gravy, bacon gravy. And I like it.
But the problem with that is when you have somebody who does not eat or like bacon.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You're going to make your gravy taste like bacon. She would much rather have sausage. So, if we're
I think that could be but I was trying to, I was just saying, but that's like when all they had, grandma and That was during
Yeah.
Depression years. That's, if they could get a little bit of jowl bacon, then, hey, they had a meat and that's what they would do. She'd make some homemade biscuits and so we didn't see our grandma a whole lot growing up because she lived so far from us. But when we would go down there, she was the type of lady that on Sunday after church, everybody came to her house and she fed everybody, and anybody and everybody that stopped at their house. And she always had her table was loaded with leftover from the morning,
Right.
and she put tea towels over everything. Now, now we kind of, think about, ooh, that food had been sitting there for probably 4 hours. People didn't care. They came in and they ate every bite of it that afternoon, anything that was left over, because like with a watermelon rind, you had to come up with creative ways. If your belly's hungry, you want something in it, you're going to get creative, I think.
Yes.
Which is another factor of just being prepared for whatever,
Yeah.
Let's go back. So I know I think Glenda likes sausage bacon or gravy better, right, Glenda? Ooh, carrot jam. Yum, yum.
Yeah. Is it
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake, not carrot jam. Carrot cake jam. Now let me tell you something about that recipe. If you want to taste something that reminds you of Grandma's Thanksgiving dinner, that's the recipe right there. Because it tastes it brings nothing but memories of Thanksgiving and the holidays, the fall. Yep. So
it's got the carrots, it's got apples, it's got coconut.
Oh, let's go to it.
And some pineapple.
Oh,
yeah. I need to make some more, but it came out really good.
Yep. In fact, we've sent Tony and Joni in Canada, since they're out in the boonies, almost everything that Lisa's made at one time or another, and he says that out of all the jams and jellies she makes, that's his favorite.
Yeah.
So
it just sounds good. It just sounds yummy, and Thanksgiving at your grandma's.
But so if you want to taste good Thanksgiving spread for your bread, that rhymes, huh? That's the jam.
Wow. I'm gonna get down here a little further. So you cook it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cook it just like pretty much any other jam or jelly.
Yep. Now, did you need to use pectin, or did it just thicken up on its own?
Good question. I don't remember.
I think you probably did.
I probably did.
There's only been a couple things that she didn't need to use a pectin on, and I don't think that's one of them.
Wow, look at that. That does. Oh, look at that. Yummy.
I mean, it looks like it just looks like an apple pie, if you will.
Yeah, almost.
It does.
Smelled like an apple pie in a jar.
Yeah. Wow. And then you're going to put them down in the canner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the apple pieces in.
Oh, yeah. And about how long do you let it go?
I'd say probably. I don't think it was longer than 15 minutes. I don't.
Yeah, the normal standard cooking time for jams and jellies.
Wowee. I want to get to the finished product here. Look how pretty. Oh, you heard them pop.
Yeah.
They're popping. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, make sure they all pop. Wow.
This was the carrot cake jam, Dee.
Man, my beard was so short. My beard was so short there, it kind of looks like Gillum.
I think you look a little bit like Kenny Rogers.
Oh no. There it is. Look, see, spread out on that piece of toast. It was out freaking standing.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's got a lot of jams and jelly recipes there.
Absolutely. So this you guys have so many resources. That's the thing about this community too is,
Right.
you know, if you don't know how to do something, you can go to one of these other channels and they will show you how to do it.
Right.
And you're going to get shown stuff you didn't know you needed to know.
And you know what? What's good about it? Even if we make carrot cake jam, if somebody else makes it, like you saw Amy talk about, they add jalapeno to theirs, to their watermelon rind pickles.
Yep.
You can always pick up another idea or a different way of doing it, or there's no right or wrong way to do anything, really.
Right.
I mean, you can get ideas from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can, and that is the one thing I do really like about this community. And you know, Lynn and I, we just kind of started our channel just kind of on a whim of something to do something, right? And so we had a lot of fun, and we've done a lot of holidays and fun things, you know, dressed up and did all this kind of stuff. And then we met you all through Glenda, my daughter, and it's just like, man, it just opens up another whole world.
Mm-hmm.
But what we like is we're back to interviewing, and that's what we've done mostly is interview people from all walks of life, at all stages of life, and it's been fun. And so we want to help promote other channels so that everybody can subscribe to each other and get to learning and having fun, just having good old fun, like what you all are going to do in 2025. Do you want to tell everybody? And good morning, Major. So glad you got here today.
Well, before we get to 2024, let's talk about 2025. Let's talk about 2024. So there's several meetings that are going to happen in 2024. And if you're anywhere in the vicinity of the Mid-America, not that we're going to the Mid-America meetup, but there is going to be a meetup in Lake Tenkiller. I can't stress that enough because we are wanting that meetup to be a success. It's the brainchild of JB over at Pure Oaking. And there's several channels. I'm not going to mention them because they'll probably leave somebody out. But there's several channels that are helping to put this together to help Pure Oaky. And it's going to be at Lake Tenkiller on April 26, 27, and 28. So if you can make it, in fact, Lisa and I have a reservation for 2-3 days before that we're going to be going ahead of time so we can do some fishing. And
can you spell that lake name for me? And I'm going to put a banner up.
It's Lake Tenkiller, Tenkiller.
Oh, just like that. And it's April.
Right. It's going to be at Cherokee Landing, right? Cherokee Landing
State Park.
State Park.
Landing State Park.
And it's got, they still have a lot of spaces open if you're interested in going.
Can you give me the dates again?
April 26th through the 28th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's plenty of VRBOs. There's a Lake Tenkiller Lodge. There's restaurants galore. There's grocery stores, gas stations. So there's plenty of accommodations around the lake. There's even other parks that you can stay at if you want. Pure Oakie's even got an RV park there. So there's places to stay if you want to stay.
Right.
And if you don't come out for the 3-day weekend, come out for Saturday. That's where probably the most of the stuff's going to be done on Saturday. But the big deal is not necessarily the events, but the ability to meet a lot of people.
The fellowship with the people.
Yeah, fellowship with other people. That's the big deal. And I'm not talking about just channels. I'm talking about subscribers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be subscribers out there, and we want everybody to be there.
Yes.
And so that's what's happening. Then there's another meetup going to be in Arkansas, and we have a reservation for that as well. That one is going to be May. Let me think here.
19, 20, 21.
Yeah, I think it's 19, 20, and 21 of May, and that's going to be at Blue Mountain Lake. I'm a little bit more rusty on the particulars of that, but
this is 2024.
2024. It's hosted by Drifting Dreamers 5 or DD5. They call him DD5. If you go to their channel, I'm sure he'll have something either his community page or on his in the description of one of his lives.
DD5.
DD5, which is Drifting Dreamers 5. Come on Homestead, Simple Life Reclaim, and Country Road Cure. All of them are putting together, and Possum Run Homestead, which is Mama V. All of those are kind of co-hosting that event.
Okay,
So
I may not have this exactly right, but Blue Mountain Lake, hosted by DD5 Homestead. Is that enough?
Yeah, Come on Homestead, Simple Life Reclaim, Country Road Cure, and Possum Road Homestead, which is Mama V.
Wow.
Right. And then in June, there's one that's being hosted by Simply Jan, and that's going to be June, I want to say the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
I think.
Oh,
yeah.
man, you woke me up too early.
Of the 12th.
The weekend of the 12th, whatever, either before or after the 12th. It's that weekend right there. And there'll be
hosted
by Simply Jan Homestead. And I think Steve from Backwoods Misfit is involved as well. He was last year, but I'm not sure if he is or if he's. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, we got roughly some info.
Yeah, roughly some
put out.
And then you get to 2025. And 2025.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Right. So that's going to be August 24th through 31st. We will be going on vacation on a cruise to Alaska.
24th to.
So Scott from Rambling the Brooms has agreed to go on the same cruise. So we said, hey, let's open it up to everybody. And so we were able to secure a passage on NCL, and they were willing to work with us. So we have an exclusive booking agent. So if you're wanting to go meet, at least right now, it's like up to 45, I want to say 45 rooms. So
yeah.
It's going to be at least 40 channels there.
What are the dates? What are the dates again, Jesse?
August 24th through the 31st of 2025.
Okay.
Right. There's at least 40 channels. I know I can almost guarantee there's 40 channels, but there are a ton of subscribers that are going as well. And in fact, I think we got one person that's going that we don't even know.
That's cool.
And I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're interested in going on this is not a meetup. Of course, you're going to meet a lot of folks there, but it's not an official meetup. This is a family vacation where all the families get together and we just go on vacation to Alaska. You do what you want, when you want, how you want, if you want, or if you don't want. This is your vacation. But we will have a meet and greet time there on the ship. They're going to give us the facilities to be able to meet everybody at one time. And then we'll have a casino pool for any of those who are interested in doing a casino pool as a group. And then obviously they have on this ship, they have its own racetrack. So we are going to have a group race, men against women, and obviously the men are going to win. But if you're interested in going and watching the women lose, we will be having a race where all the women are going to be going.
Oh, now you gotta be careful what you say.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
We will take pity on them, though. We'll take them. I'll buy Lisa dinner that same day. You wish, Jesse, right? But so no, we're looking for a good time. There's several places we're gonna go to. We'll sail out of Seattle. We're gonna go up to. I want to say we go up to Skagway first, and then Ketchikan first, then Skagway. And in Skagway, we're going to be taking the train trip that goes, it's a 6 or 8 hour trip. I think it's 8 hours. It's a train trip all the way up into Canada. They have a major feed there, like a fish fry or a fish cook off or whatever.
Some kind of
dinner. And then you also go hunting for gold, which they got a gold mining facility up there.
Won't that
you'll
be
able
fun?
to pan for gold.
Yeah.
And then you'll make the train trip. And let me tell you, it's called the White Pass Railway. Look it up on YouTube. It's called the White Pass Railway. Pictures don't do it justice, folks. Even the videos that you see don't do it justice. But when you see it with your own eyes, it's amazing.
Scott says he might have a video on that coming up.
So Well, good. Scott says he might have a video on it coming out. But let me tell you, the White Pass Railway is amazing. It's one of the best excursions you can go on. And they have a shorter one. They have like a 4-hour trip. And then they have the 6 or 8 hour trip that we're going to be going on. But it's amazing. It's just
go.
okay. Well,
Oh.
Glenda, you got to go.
Thanks for watching, Glenda.
Okay. Well, if you got a boot scoot, you ahead and go and boot scoot what you got to do.
Bye, honey.
And then it goes from Skagway to Ketchikan. Ketchikan is an awesome port. Then there's Juneau. Then there's
Victoria, British Columbia.
No. Then there's the Glacier Bay. So where the glaciers are, we'll go by the Glacier Bay, and then it goes back to British Columbia, Canada, Victoria, British Columbia, and then from there back to Seattle. So it's a 7-day cruise, but lots of fun. We've been on it before, and we've been on, Lisa, this will be her 6th cruise. So we've been on quite a few cruises, and nothing beats Alaska.
No,
it's a bucket list. It's a bucket list vacation.
Yeah,
it really is.
I have a girlfriend. Her and her husband both retired from the Navy, and like at 42, and they decided that they had been overseas. They'd been everywhere. She'd been stationed from the Everglades, and then she was in Italy and just all over the world, her and her husband. And when they retired, they bought a 5th wheel and a big truck, and they went to Alaska. They went all over the United States, but they went up to Alaska, and for a month, maybe longer, they lived there and just experienced as much as they possibly could. And they got like little jobs in the wherever they were staying, so they got to stay for free, but they just had little jobs there at the campgrounds.
Yeah,
and
they were probably camp hosts.
Yeah, so that's what they did, and they they were like fishing for salmon all the time and just doing all kinds of just a wonderful. So I know Alaska. That's something I would like to see too.
Oh, like I said, it's a bucket list place to go. If you've never been, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. It's breathtaking. It really is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna go, make sure you have a camera or a phone that takes pictures, because you're gonna want to take a lot of pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then take your photos to Walgreens, because you get twice the prints.
Oh.
No, those are the old days. Remember that when you used to go take your
I'm still believing you. Yeah. Yeah. What? Take your photos where?
Yeah, back when you used to take your film,
Yeah.
I imagine they probably still do that, but I haven't taken film to be developed in years.
Yeah, I think now you just take your little card and they'll print it for you if you don't have a,
Yes.
You go to Walmart and print your pictures from a card or a little
all digital
drive, huh?
It's all digital now.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's all new world.
Remembers a 1 hour photo. Yeah, drive up 1 hour photo.
Oh yeah, and you just go. They had like little huts.
The bad part about that is if you took, let's say, 5 or 10 bad photos, you got 5 or 10 bad photos back.
Oh, that's true too.
Right.
That's true.
I hear you.
Well, I think we need to take just a second. I don't know. Did you guys bring a snack? Are you getting hungry?
We have a snack, yes, and we also.
All right. I think we better have a little snack.
Yeah.
Oh, we like to eat. I brought me some more tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes. I'm not doing very well on my lifestyle change that Lynn and I started last year. It's been difficult. It's been difficult. It's hard.
Yeah, change is hard, especially if it's hard. Change it, you're not used to it and you don't like. It's hard.
Yeah, I don't like change.
We when we lived in New York, Dave and I was able to join a ladies' gym, and it was like the lady bought the Curves circuit. She bought all those machines from Curves when they went out of business, And I love curves. I could do that, 3 times a week, go in a half hour, do the little circuit, a little bit of this and in between, and felt like, it was helping. Now they don't have that here anywhere. So I did join a gym, and it's like, it's like pulling teeth. I guess I'm going to go,
Yeah, there's no way I could do curds.
Yes, you could have. Easy. You get a good workout. You get a good workout.
No way I could do curds.
Well,
curds and whey, get it?
Curds.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow. But exercise is good.
Glenda got that one. And Ginger. The G girls got it.
Glenda left.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Even Glenda got it, and she's not here.
Oh, hey, there is Rochelle.
Yeah,
There's Rochelle.
Oh, she's sewing.
There she is.
She's a sewing fool.
She's a seamstress, not a sewer, a seamstress. The girl knows how to make dresses. Some of the stuff she makes for her daughter is out freaking standing. I mean, it's so quality.
Wow. When I was in school, I had we had home ec. My home ec teacher, she was a seamstress. She made coats and jackets. I mean, real pretty things like that. That woman could do anything too. And I always, I hope to try to do that. But I used to make Glenda's clothes when she was a little kid and try to make some, but now I can't do stuff like that. It hurts. My fingers, I don't have the dexterity anymore.
I'll tell you a little secret. So when I was in high school, I wasn't big enough to be on the football team, but I wasn't a little either. I was kind of in between. I was right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So all the girls gravitated towards the sports guys, right? The guys like football players, the basketball players. They just gravitated. They were out there rah-rah-ree, right? Like Miss Gilling Farms does. They were out there. Well, for me, if I wanted to meet girls, I had to join the home ec club, and I did.
Oh, good for you.
That was the best place. That was the best class to take because it was all women, all girls.
Oh,
and I got treated like a king.
Well, yeah.
Yep. So you never know.
There's never know.
In a cat.
Oh, yeah. That was good thinking on your part. Plus, you got to learn to cook a little bit.
Yes, I got to learn how to cook. They would cook for the guys.
You'd never know it now.
You'd never know it now. But I did take home ec, guys.
Did you sew?
No, I didn't. Well, we had to, but I didn't.
Oh.
I got one of the girls to do it for me.
Oh, well, you're supposed to do it in class too, a little bit.
But when you're always going, so how do you do? Let me show you.
Oh.
Well, how do you do? Let me show you.
How do you thread it? How do you thread the machine?
Yeah. Can you show me one more time? And by the time you get 5 or 6 girls showing you how to do it, it's done.
He's thinking you've been living with this for a long time, Lisa. He's a thinker.
But you have to be careful because I pretty much know when he's trying to pull your leg. But others don't.
Me pull somebody's leg, that hurt. That's to the heart.
Well, what is going to happen in the next week or two on your channel?
Well, so we're planning on doing some traveling while we're up here. We're going to go to the coast. Obviously, Lisa's probably going to go to the casino once or twice with her mom. And then we're also going to be meeting with another channel. Actually, 2 channels. We got 2 channels we're going to meet with while we're up here. One of them is Dave and Sandy Gibson. They're big time followers of Creekside Chronicles. So they're there so we're going to get to meet those folks, Dave and Sandy. We met them last year or 2 years ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago we met them. So we're going to go to Springfield, Eugene to do that. And then we're also going to try and meet in Washington, which is, 5 hours away. In Washington, we're going to try to meet with a channel called My Wild Home. I'm not sure if you're familiar with those.
Yes.
Ryan?
Yeah.
So we're trying to meet
Yeah.
with them as well. So,
Yes.
you know,
That's
up
right,
here,
Michelle. That's right.
up here, it's all weather related or weather dependent.
Yeah.
If we can get up there, because last week they had a really bad
That was a couple
ice.
days ago.
A couple days ago,
Yeah.
they had an ice storm not far from here, and all the trucks were piled up.
Yeah.
18-wheelers.
Yes.
So it all depends on the weather, how it plays out. But it's been rain ever since we've been here. Since we pulled into the redwood forest and everything in between, there's been nothing but rain.
Oh, that kind of gets old after a while.
Typical. I mean, that's
Yeah.
normal for this area.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And you've been squatching.
We've been squatching. Yep,
Yeah.
I've been squatching right here and having my hat on. So you got to have your hat on when you go squatching, because if you have this on, Bigfoot leaves you alone. But if you don't have this on, you could be subject. You could be subject to being breakfast.
Oh,
That's
well,
right. The major.
Yeah.
He pulls the other leg because got belt.
there's a lot of people that go squatching all the time.
Right. So when we stopped there, at that Bigfoot gift shop or what it was,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing the amount of people that follow Bigfoot or think there's a Bigfoot. I don't believe it, but maybe there is, maybe there ain't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
You'd think that after years and years and years that they would find at least one. It's kind of like going elk hunting. Yeah, there may be a few years where you don't get one. Eventually, you're going to get an elk.
Yeah.
So you would think somebody would get a Bigfoot.
Yeah, you would think so. Well, there is some old film, and I can see it, but it was from the 60s.
60s, yeah.
And they caught like maybe 10 seconds of something that they didn't know what it was. Walking.
But even now, when you see people who have supposedly
documented,
it's still blurry.
Yes.
The technology you have nowadays, it should be clear.
Yeah, they can can take a picture on the moon, but they can't take a clear picture of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Or actually, even further than that, they can take a picture of something on Mars, through the Hubble telescope, but you can't find Bigfoot.
Scott played football with the Bigfoot size 21. Wow.
Wow. That's big. I'm only a 13, so I know 21 is big.
Well, here's what Dee says. We need to check out her short here. He's on my shorts.
That could be a double-edged sword, though. Checking out her shorts.
Yeah. But P&J said something about the plates on the wall. So these are all my mom's plates.
Oh,
They're all old. They're pretty
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, the plates are very
But
old.
they're beautiful. Some are.
they are beautiful.
Let's see which one.
Oh, yeah. Got the whole family there. Oh,
Plates. Yeah, so there's
There's
me, and this is early in our married life. And Lisa's way over here. How that happened, we have no idea.
that's funny.
And then there's our son right there in the middle.
Oh,
He was little.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
That was
this
in,
is our son right here.
2003, I believe.
And then sorry for the glare.
That was the first Christmas he was.
And then
with
over
us.
here is one of our first pictures. There's me and Lisa.
That's early. Yeah.
wow.
That's like in 83 or 84.
Yeah, 83, 84. So
Wow.
it was
Sit down.
many moons ago.
Sit down.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's really great that you can visit with your mom, Lisa,
Thank you. Yes.
and that she's doing well. She's
87 years old. She's kicking butt. I mean, no pun intended, but she's kicking butt. She really is.
That's great.
As old as she is.
That's
And
great.
Still got a good head on her shoulders. She can still snap back at me. So
She liked you a little bit, you think? She grow to like you?
I think she's slowly getting there.
Slowly.
I'm still working on her. only 40 years, but I'm slowly working. I'm still working on her. Eventually, she'll come and be on my camp.
Yeah, she'll come around one of these
Yeah,
days.
once she come around.
Well, I tell you, it's been really great having you two on. You all do so much on your channel, and for anybody that doesn't know or has not subscribed, you need to subscribe to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, because first of all, they're wonderful people, and second of all, they are a true resource. All kinds of information, cooking, you can learn, canning, all kinds of stuff on your channel. And just all around really wonderful people. And we're so happy that we've had you on the channel today. Hope that you'll come back.
Well, we will. And we
Okay.
appreciate you inviting us. Thank you for thinking of us.
Oh, of
And
course.
I must say, we are a product of our environment. And you guys are our environment. So
we all are.
Yep. So,
And I know Lynn and I know we can, even at our ages, which is, I know, older than you all, but we can still learn, and we want to keep our minds sharp. So you have to always be doing and learning and keep that mind going. So that, I think that's a big part of living older. Our mom, she's doing very well. She's 93.
wow.
So yeah. Mom's not, she does live in a nursing home. She years ago had told us if and when that time ever came, that we had to make a decision about anything, that, I'd much rather go to the nursing home. I don't want to live with any of you guys. I love you, but I don't want to live with you. So, so that was her wish. And at first it was not good. She didn't remember that was her wish, and that's why she had to go there. But physically, the lady, I mean, we call her our little Energizer bunny, because mom just goes.
Right.
And they have a big time there. They have activities every day. They're always doing something, crafts or whatever, and even through the pandemic, they were able to still do things, which is great. So, but anyhow, it's wonderful when you can be with family. I'm real happy that we're here home with my kids now. Lynn kind of filled in. She filled in for me several different times when Dave's gotten wild hairs to, let's move here, let's move there. And I'm like, So anyhow, thank you again so much, everybody. We want to send them off with granny kisses and hugs and love. And we thank you. And we'll be looking forward to seeing what's happening this next week on your channel.
Stay tuned, because we may come into a waterfall or something, and we'll be going live just to show everybody.
Absolutely. So make sure
we
that
like to do videos, but we also like showing it as it's happening. When we see it, you see it.
Right.
Depending on
I'm
the
a firm
service
believer
too,
I'm a firm believer of spontaneity.
Oh yeah, us too.
And because we can record it and then edit it later and send it out later. But to me, I just think it's so much better when you get to experience it with us.
Oh yeah, it is. So make sure. So you don't want to only be subscribed, y'all, but you want to have that notification bell.
Notification bell, yeah.
Yeah, that way that you'll know anytime they go live or any of us go live, any of the other great channels here today. Right. So, hey guys, we're going to let you go. Thank you one more time, and we appreciate you. And we will see you next time. And I will say goodbye to you, give you a granny kiss out. Mwah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, chat. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye-bye. Wow, you guys, that was so wonderful to have Lisa and Jesse on our channel today. Lynn was here earlier. She's having a little rough recovery with her knee replacement, but she's here in spirit, and I think she was watching or listening. So Lynn, thanks for coming in this morning. I know it was hard for you. So thank you for coming in, and I'll see you this afternoon because I have to leave early to take cameraman or meet cameraman at his doctor office. And so then I get to drive him home. So I'll get to see Lynn this afternoon. I'll see my firsthand how she's doing. You never know. We may come live this afternoon for a minute. But anyhow, y'all, I want to say thank you. And please be sure to subscribe to all these great channels that have been in here today. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you know when something's posted or they go live or there's something new on the community tab on their channel. So we are going to let you go for now. And before I go, I want to say next week, well, that's today. Next week, we are going to it's going to be all out chaos and fun. Good fun, because we're going to have Ginger from Not For Nothing Homestead, Glenda from Grace and Fire, and Jamie from Jamie's Country Living. So you need to go make sure you're subscribed to these 3 channels. You can do that now. And be sure you hit that notification bell on our channel. And we will be here next week. Should be at our normal time, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay? So I hope you can be with us then. And coming up right on the heels of that is going to be Rochelle from the Brampton Gardener. Will be February the 7th. And I tell you, our entire February is booked. We have wonderful guests coming every Wednesday for these 2 months. And in fact, I'm into March. Yeah. Here's what we got going, y'all. We have Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, February the 14th. Followed by Lynn's special guest will be Dee in the homestead in the wood, Dee, and Glenda from Grace and Fire. Those 2 are going to have to be here for me. Glenda's going to fill in for me because Dave and I are going to take a little vacation. And so I've asked Glenda to be my fill-in, so her and Lynn will be here that day with Rochelle. Rochelle, I might be able to be in the chat that day, and I'm so sorry that I won't be here for that day, but we will have to have you back. And then on the 28th of February, CB from Hooga Homestead will be in the house. We've actually had CB in an interview before. It's been, a long time ago now, at least 2 years. But CB is coming back. And I think I have got Wendy from Mrs. Hardneck Farms is going to be. She's confirmed for March the 6th. So we're working on March. And if you would like to be a guest on the Ann Lynn Show, all you have to do is, it's going to be every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, okay? And if it's not a holiday, we're going to be here. And so right now it looks like March the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th of March are open. And so if you would like to be our guest, send me an email right there at lynann1740@gmail.com, and we'll get you booked to be on the show, okay? And if you just don't want to wait that long, send me an email, and we can do a special live with you, because I know some people work outside the home, or they have other things they have to do, and maybe a Wednesday isn't good for them. Let us know by sending me an email, and Lynn and I will do everything we can to accommodate you, even if we have to videotape it and show it at later. So we will work with you. So just send me an email, let me know. But until next week, I'm going to say goodbye and send you out with some granny kisses. We do think about you all, and we love you all. And if you have a need, you need a prayer request, send me an email, okay? All right, you guys, we'll see you next week right here on the official Ann Lynn Show. Granny kisses out. Bye-bye.